Good morning, Year 1. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and had a good bank holiday Friday at the end of last week and are ready to get back to some learning. So we'll start off with our phonics as usual. So we've got a new tricky word today. Today we're doing asked, okay? So have a little look about how it's spelt on the board. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is practice spelling asked. So I'd like you to write one line in your books, okay? So pause your screens and then write one line of asked. Super job, guys, well done. Okay, and what I want you to do as well now is, can you come up with a way of remembering the spelling like we did for people? So pause your screen and see if you can come up with a way of remembering how to spell asked. Fantastic, guys, well done. So this is my way of remembering it, okay? You can say ask Ed, and that spells asked, because sometimes it's difficult to remember the ending. But if you remember it as ask Ed, then you've got all of the letters there in the right order. So that's just how I might remember it, but I'm sure you've all come up with some great ways of how you can remember how to spell it. Okay, so now we're going to do a listen and write. So I'm going to read out a sentence and I want you to write it down, okay? Once I've read the sentence, pause your screen so that you can write it down. I asked some people a question. I asked some people a question. Okay, pause your screens. Okay, fantastic. So you should have, I asked some people a question. So you'll notice that I've put people in there, which is one of our tricky words from a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to keep putting these in so that we're always practicing all of these tricky words, because the more we practice, the easier it will become. And now I'd like you to write your own sentence with the word asked in it. Okay, so pause your screens and have a go at writing a sentence for me. Fantastic, well done, guys. And that brings us on to our reading today. So what I'd like you to do is pause your screen and have a quick read of the text. Fantastic, well done, guys. And I'll read it out as well so we can read it together. Jazzy jellyfish. Jellyfish live in the sea all over the world. They have been on our planet for millions of years. Some kinds of jellyfish were even around before the dinosaurs. Jellyfish come in lots of different sizes and colours. Some are large and bright. Some can be very hard to see and nearly invisible. Some jellyfish can make their own light and glow in the dark. And there we've got a picture of a large brown jellyfish. Okay, so we've got some questions on this page. So the first question says, write one word to complete this sentence. So obviously in your books you'll need to write the whole sentence out, guys, okay? So, jellyfish have been on our planet for something of years. So what I need you to do is look back at the text which I've put above and see where you can find that sentence so that we can find the missing word. Okay, so pause your screens and find it for me. Okay, super well done. So you should have found it. It says here, they have been on our planet for millions of years. So the missing word that we would be looking for is this one, millions. Okay. So if you need a bit more time, then pause your screens before we go on to the next question. Okay, question 2. Which of these statements are true? And it says tick 2, but obviously we haven't got the sheet to tick, so what I need you to do is write down the 2 true statements. So I want you to I'll read through them, and I want you to pause your screen and tell me whether you think they're true or false. Okay, so jellyfish live in lakes and ponds. So pause your screen and just have a look back at the text and see if you think it's true or false. Okay, well done for having a go at that, guys. That one is false, and we know that because the first line says jellyfish live in the sea. Okay, so they live in the sea, not in lakes and ponds. Next one is some jellyfish glow in the dark. Okay, so pause your screens and have a look at the answer. What do you think the answer is? Fantastic, that's right, that's true. Okay, because it says here, some jellyfish can make their own light and glow in the dark. Okay, so you can write that one down as one of your true statements. Okay, the next one is jellyfish can be hard to see. So pause your screens and have a look at the text and decide whether it's true or false. Fantastic, well done, it is true. It says that here, some can be very hard to see. Okay, so that one is also true. So we've got our 2 true ones, but in case we're not completely sure, it's always a good idea to check the last one. So what I want you to do is have a go at checking the last one for me. So jellyfish are all the same size and colour. Pause your screen and see if you can find that one for me. Fantastic, it is false because it says here jellyfish come in lots of different sizes and colours, so it says that they're different, so they can't be the same. Okay, so if you need more time to just write down those statements, then pause your screen so that you can finish writing them out in your books for question 2. Super, fantastic. Right, we've got one more, but this is a new bit of text that we've not read yet. So what I need you to do is pause your screens and have a go at reading the text for me. Well done, fantastic, well done for giving that a good go. And we'll read it together. Even though their name says so, jellyfish are not really fish because they do not have a backbone. There are lots of things that jellyfish do not have. They don't have a brain, a heart, any bones, or any eyes. Their body is smooth and can look like an empty plastic bag floating in the water. One thing that jellyfish do have is long arms called tentacles. They use their powerful tentacles to sting fish or even people. Okay, so the question is asking us, which of these does a jellyfish not have? And it wants you to write down 4 answers. So there are 4 of these things that a jellyfish does not have. Okay, so pause your screens, find in the text where it tells us what a jellyfish does not have. Fantastic. So it says here, there are lots of things that jellyfish do not have. So we know that this is where we need to look. And it tells us here they don't have a brain. So that's one thing. A heart. That's another thing. Bones or eyes. Okay, so that is our 4 things. So they don't have a brain, eyes, bones or a heart. So what I need you to do is write these 4 things down in your books next to question number 3. Okay, so pause your screens and have a go at that for me. Well done, guys, and that takes us on to our writing. So if you remember, we were looking at non-chronological reports and we were looking at other people's non-chronological reports. But this week we're writing our own non-chronological reports and we're going to do it on an animal. So you need to choose your favourite animal, so it can be any animal you like, that you want to write a report about. Okay, so have a quick think. If you need to pause your screens while you have a think, choose which animal you'd like to write a report about. Okay, and now I need you to write down as many facts as you can about your animal. Okay, so you need to do a bit of research here. So whether you use a book or the internet, or if you can ask people in your family that you're living with, or if there's facts that you know. Okay, so think back to when we did the reports last week. It was talking about what animals eat, where they live, what they look like. Okay, so anything you can think of about your animal, write it down in your book for me. Okay, so today all you need to do is write down some facts about your animal. Okay, so pause your screen while you do some research and find out some facts about your animal. Fantastic, guys. Well done. I can't wait to see what some of you have found out. And then that leads us on to our maths, which again is just something for you to do at home. So we're starting fractions. And our learning question for today is, can I explain what a half is? So today you're going to do a half hunt at home. So you need to find as many things as you can and show what a half is, or split the object in half. So for example, you could do a piece of paper, you could do fruit, you could do Lego, you could draw something. Okay, so you can do whatever you like, find whatever you like. It could be that you've got a bunch of bananas and you split those in half. Okay, you can do whatever you like. It can be with toys. Okay, so I want you to have a go at that, and maybe send me some pictures as well of your halves. And then I'd like you to write me an explanation of what half is. So that's the important part, guys. Once you've done your little experiment, your half hunt, I want you to write me an explanation of what you think half is. Okay, and I might use some of those really good explanations on our next shout out video. Okay, so have a go at finding some halves in your house and then write me an explanation of what half is. So what does half mean? Okay, I just want to know what you guys think. Okay, so pause your screens while you get on with that. Fantastic, guys, well done. And that brings us to the end of our learning video for today. So don't forget to send me all your work and activities, and I can't wait to see some of your explanations on what half is. Okay, so remember, there's the email address. Ask your grown-ups to take a picture and send me all of your lovely work. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.